Carson is a city in Los Angeles County, California. As of the 2010 census, Carson had a total population of 91,714. Located 13 miles south of downtown Los Angeles and approximately 14 miles away from the Los Angeles International Airport. Incorporated on February 20, 1968, Carson is the youngest municipality in the South Bay region of Metropolitan Los Angeles. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, Carson has a total area of 19.0 square miles. 18.7 square miles of it is land and 0.2 square miles of it is water. Carson is bordered by West Compton on the north, Compton on the northeast, Long Beach on the east, Wilmington on the south, and West Carson and Harbor Gateway on the west. Climate. Carson experiences a warm summer Mediterranean climate, similar to that of the Los Angeles basin, with noticeably cooler temperatures during the summer due to the close proximity of the Pacific Ocean. Rainfall is very scarce during the summer in Carson but receives just enough rainfall throughout the year to avoid paragraph ppens bsh. Carson, like much of the Southern California coastal areas, is subject to a late spring early summer weather phenomenon called June gloom. This involves overcast or foggy skies in the morning which yield to sun by early afternoon. Demographics. 2010 The 2010 United States Census reported that Carson had a population of 91,714. The population density was 4,835.2 people per square mile. The racial makeup of Carson was 21,864 white, 21,856 African American, 518 Native American, 23,522 Asian, 2,386 Pacific Islander, 17,151 from other races, and 4,417 from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 35,417 persons. The census reported that 90,411 people lived in households, 1,170 lived in non-institutionalized group quarters, and 133 were institutionalized. There were 25,432 households, out of which 10,980 had children under the age of 18 living in them, 14,178 were married couples living together, 4,787 had a female householder with no husband present, 1,761 had a male householder with no wife present. 3,776 households were made up of individuals and 1,790 had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.56. There were 20,726 families. The average family size was 3.90. The population was spread out with 21,992 people under the age of 18, 9,964 people aged 18 to 24, 23,105 people aged 25 to 44, 24,013 people aged 45 to 64, and 12,640 people who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 37.6 years. For every 100 females there were 91.9 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 88.5 males. There were 26,226 housing units at an average density of 1,382.6 per square mile, of which 19,529 were owner-occupied, and 5,903 were occupied by renters. The homeowner vacancy rate was 1.3%. The rental vacancy rate was 3.7%. 68,924 people lived in owner-occupied housing units and 21,487 people lived in rental housing units. According to the 2010 United States Census, Carson had a median household income of $72,235, with 10.0% of the population living below the federal poverty line. 2000 As of the census of 2000, there were 89,730 people, 24,648 households, and 20,236 families residing in the city. The population density was 4,762.2 inhabitants per square mile. There were 25,337 housing units at an average density of 1,344.7 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 25.69% white, 25.41% black or African American, 0.56% Native American, 22.27% Asian, 2.99% Pacific Islander, 17.98% from other races, and 5.09% from two or more races. 34.92% of the population were Hispanic or Latino of any race. There were 24,648 households, out of which 39.2% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 58.7% were married couples living together, 17.2% had a female householder with no husband present, and 17.9% were non-families. 14.2% of all households were made up of individuals, and 5.9% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.59 and the average family size was 3.92. Age ranges of residents were 28.4% under the age of 18, 9.9% from 18 to 24, 28.5% from 25 to 44, 22.5% from 45 to 64 and 10.7% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 34 years. For every 100 females there were 93.3 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 89.4 males. According to a 2006 estimate, the median income for a household in the city was $60,457, and the median income for a family was $66,468. Males had a median income of $33,579 versus $31,110 for females. The per capita income for the city was $17,107. About 7.2% of families and 9.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 10.9% of those under age 18 and 8.6% of those age 65 or over. Carson has the distinction of being the only incorporated city in the United States where the black population has a higher median income than the white population. Government equals municipal government equals, according to the CITIA Euro Unregistered Trademark's most recent comprehensive annual financial report, the CITIA Euro Unregistered Trademark's various funds had $96.3 million in revenues, $81.8 million in expenditures, $611.4 million in total assets, $129.2 million in total liabilities, and $187.2 million in cash and investments. Equals state and federal representation equals, in the California State Legislature, Carson is in the 35th Senate District, represented by Democrat Isidore Hall III, and in the 64th Assembly District, represented by Democrat Mike Gibson. In the United States House of Representatives, Carson is in California's 44th Congressional District, represented by Democrat Janice Hahn. Education equals primary and secondary schools equals, public schools are part of the Los Angeles Unified School District. They are, Carson High School, 232nd Place Elementary School, Catskill Elementary School, Carson Street Elementary School, Carroldale Learning Community, Delamu Elementary School, Dolores Elementary School, Dominguez Elementary School, Andrew Carnegie Middle School, Magnolia Science Academy 3, Stephen M. White Middle School, Broadacres Elementary, Leapwood Avenue Elementary School, Annalee Avenue Elementary School, Curtis Middle School, Ambler Avenue Elementary School, Town Avenue Elementary School, New Millennium Secondary School. High schools serving portions of Carson include Carson High School in Carson, Rancho Dominguez Preparatory School in Long Beach, and Banning High School in the Wilmington area of Los Angeles. The area is within Board District 8. As of 2008, Dr. Richard Vladovic represents the district. Some portions of Carson are in the Compton Unified School District. Although the California Academy of Mathematics and Science is located in Carson, it is actually a part of the Long Beach Unified School District. The school accepts residents of LBUSD, Compton USD, portions of LAUSD, and other districts. Libraries County of Los Angeles Public Library operates the Carson Regional Library and the Dr. Martin Luther King Library. Both libraries are in Carson. Infrastructure, fire protection in Carson is provided by the Los Angeles County Fire Department, which operates out of fire stations 10, 36, 116, 127, and 105. Ambulance transportation is provided by McCormick Ambulance Service Station 17. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department operates the Carson Station in Carson. The Los Angeles County Department of Health Services operates the Torrance Health Center in Harbor Gateway, Los Angeles, near Torrance and serving Carson. The United States Postal Service operates the Carson Post Office at 21350 Avalon Boulevard and the South Bay Pavilion Station in Suite 116 at 20700 Avalon Boulevard. Transportation The city operates the Carson Circuit Bus that serves the local community and connects to other bus services and the Delamu Station, as well as the North-South Shuttle which connects Carson to the Harbor Gateway Transit Center. Sports. Attractions. Carson is the site of California State University, Dominguez Hills. CSUDH is a major commuter school, particularly for students from the surrounding cities of Long Beach, Gardena, and Compton. It was originally founded as South Bay College, and then renamed California State University at Palos Verdes. In the wake of the 1965 Watts Rebellion, it moved to the city of Carson to meet a significant need for higher education opportunities in the largely black south suburbs of Los Angeles. Today it is among the most racially diverse campuses in the United States. The student body does not have a racial or ethnic majority. In 1965, Carson was chosen as the home for the relocating university over the communities of Friendship Park, Fort MacArthur and Torrance. Carson is also the location of StubHub Center, a sports complex including a soccer-specific stadium used by the Los Angeles Galaxy, the Los Angeles Sol, and from 2005 to 2014, CD Chivas USA, a tennis stadium which hosts the yearly J.P. Morgan Chase Tennis Tournament, and a track and field facility. It is also the training headquarters for the United States men's national soccer team. It opened in 2003, adjacent to CSUDH. The ADT Event Center is the only permanent indoor velodrome in the U.S. In July 2007, the Galaxy signed international soccer superstar David Beckham to the team. In 2011, International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Bob Arum of Top Rank began publicizing professional boxing events. The Goodyear blimp also has a landing pad in Carson, a fitting tribute to the first and second U.S. and international aviation meets held at the Dominguez Hill Rancho in 1910 and 1911, which featured many blimps and zeppelins. The International Printing Museum, which has one of the largest collections of antique printing presses in the United States, is located in Carson. Carson Mall, now South Bay Pavilion, opened in 1973. Economy. Oil history 1921 marked the first drilling for oil at Dominguez Hill, on the northwest side of the Dominguez Rancho, site of the famous battle during the Mexicano-Euro-American War called the Battle of Dominguez Rancho in 1846. The mineral rights to this property were owned by Carson Estate Company, the Hellman family, the Dominguez Estate Company, and the Burnham Exploration Company of Frederick Russell Burnham. On September 7, 1923, Burnham Exploration partnering with Union Oil brought in the first producer on the site, Calendar No. 1A well at a depth of 4,068 feet and 1,193 barrels per day. Before long a number of refineries were up and running, with over 350 oil derricks, tank farms, and sprawling industrial complexes becoming a familiar part of the scenery. The principal leases were with Shell Oil Company and Union Oil of California, and the first two wells were located west of Central Avenue and north of Victoria Street. Oil led to an increase in jobs in the community and a subsequent post-war population surge. An average of 300 barrels per day was produced from each of these wells through 1960. In 2011, Shell was ordered by the Los Angeles Regional Water Quality Control Board to clean up the Carousel neighborhood after benzene and methane gas contamination was discovered, as well as soil and groundwater contamination. Top employers as of 2013, the top 10 employers in the city were, other companies based in Carson include Bristol Farms and Tucumán. Former companies Nissan previously had its North American headquarters in Carson. The 42-acre property consisted of 13 buildings, with a total of 700,000 square feet of office and light industrial area. One of the buildings, a 9-story tower, had the Nissan logo on it. Vincent Roger of the Los Angeles Times wrote that was a familiar sight to drivers passing the intersection of the Harbor and San Diego freeways. Around 2006 the company had 1,500 employees at the headquarters. In 2005 a leak revealed that Nissan planned to move its offices to Tennessee. In the summer of 2006 the Nissan headquarters moved to Tennessee. Over half of the employees chose to stay in the Los Angeles area. That year, Kearney Real Estate Company had purchased the property with over $75 million. The campus was divided so it could house many companies. The cafeteria and fitness center building became an office building. The pedestrian bridges, referred to as hamster runs by Nissan employees, were removed because the buildings were to be owned by different entities. By 2010 the complex housed 11 businesses with a total of 1,400 employees. The count of combined employees exceeded the number Nissan employed when it occupied the buildings. By that year Kearney expected to make $100 million from development and property sales. Shopping. Carson is home to the Pavilion at South Bay Shopping Mall, located at the Avalon Boulevard exit off the San Diego Freeway. Tenant stores include Sears, IKEA, Target, and 24-Hour Fitness. An outdoor power center entertainment complex called Carson Marketplace has been planned but is not yet built. February 2015 the marketplace was placed on hold after a privately funded $1.2 billion Goldman Sachs football stadium that could host both the Oakland Raiders and the San Diego Chargers was proposed for the site instead. The dual-team stadium site was looked at previously by the National Football League but stalled. Construction had been delayed by the need for an extensive environmental cleanup, as this was once a toxic waste dump. In July 2015 $50 million was allocated by the City Council to clean up the site for either the dual NFL stadium or the original planned Carson Marketplace as a fallback should the NFL stadium not come to fruition. Notable people: Forrest Whitaker, director, producer, and Academy Award-winning actor, moved to Carson at age 4, Juanita Melinda McDonald, Democratic U.S. Congresswoman from 1996 2007, Brandy, singer-actress, Ray J, singer-actor, Ab-Soul, rapper and member of the group Black Hippie, Ras Kass, rapper, Vince Ferragamo, LA Rams Super Bowl XIV NFL quarterback 1977-1986, number 1 ranked Nebraska, 1976 an academic All-American, was LA City's MVP 1972, Chad Brown, former National Football League referee, Bob Whitfield, Stanford University graduate, NFL offensive lineman Atlanta Falcons, New Jersey Giants and Jacksonville Jaguars, Wesley Walker, National Football League wide receiver, NY Jets 1977-1989, Danny Reese National Football League cornerback and punt returner, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 1976-1980, punt return leader 1979 and 1980, Booyah Ibe. Rap group, The Game, rapper, lived in Carson age 7 to 15 while in foster care, Tommy Tiny Lister, actor and former professional wrestler, Kia Stevens, also known as Awesome Kong and Amazing Kong in TNA Wrestling a professional wrestler, Bishop Lamont, rapper, Dr. Dre, rapper-producer, lived in Carson during his middle school years, Akane Ibekwe, University of Maryland basketball forward, 2012 Olympian, Tammy Townsend, television actress, Shakur Booker, singer, songwriter, The Boys, late 1980s R&B quartet, Courtney Hall, former San Diego Chargers center and guard 1989 a Euro. 1999, Soshire French singer and songwriter, Albert Watts, Green Bay Packers defensive back 1986, Antoine Dixon, professional skateboarder, Aaron Blunt, actor, Michael Cascio, musician, Rex Slers, musician, Brett Young, American football player. In popular culture, 24, Reno 911. Reno 911. Miami, The Social Network, Jackie Brown, Gone in 60 Seconds, Emergency. Evolution, Joe Dirt, Pros vs. Joes, 10 Items or Less, The Cable Guy, Certified Gangsters music video from rapper, Jim Jones, Colors, Welcome Home, Roxy Carmichael, Vega Dollar, Gwen Stefani's Hollaback Girl video, Hey Mickey music video, Entourage. See also George Henry Carson. References, 3. External links, official website, LA County Disaster Communications Service Carson Sheriff Station.